The preparation for the winter is one of the most special events of the year. And I should know, as I am the special event coordinator for the city of Pearland. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Adventures with Edu-Katie. Today, I will be your host, guide, and narrator as we follow Edu-Katie on her winter journey. Will she and her animal friends be able to survive the cold winter months ahead? Only time will tell in this special episode of Adventures with Edu-Katie. Fall is leaving, and winter is quickly approaching. Nature knows the harshness that winter brings, and Edu-Katie has begun her preparation for those winter months ahead. Her priority is preparation.
Cancel all my appointments until spring. I have to get ready for winter. Don't litter, it's bad.
As the temperature begins to drop, Edu-Katie, along with many animals, have begun to grow thicker coats. This thick coat will provide a thick, furry insulation that will keep her dry and warm to protect her from the freezing temperatures outdoors. With food supply uncertain during the winter, Edu-Katie and many animals begin storing food during spring and summer to ensure she has enough to eat throughout the winter. Many animals, including Edu-Katie, store so much food, they don't always remember where it is stored. Animals like chipmunks and squirrels only recover about 74% of their buried seeds. The lost buried seeds will grow and help with forest regeneration. Oh, little conservationists. Due to deforestation and habitat loss, many animals have a hard time finding enough food. You can help animals prepare for winter with outdoor feeders like this, but be sure to check it regularly for mold. The free food is only helpful if it is healthy. You can also help by planting native plants that bloom in the winter, like the yopon holly. For some animals, stashing food to find later is not an option, and therefore, they must store the energy from food internally as a thick layer of brown fat. This brown fat is known as blubber. Just like the external coat of fur insulation against the freezing temperatures, the internal layer of blubber insulates the body from within. The blubber is more helpful than thick fur because it also acts as an energy reserve and assists with the buoyancy for marine mammals. Animals like whales, polar bears, seals, walruses have and must build blubber in order to survive winter. Blubber is a special type of fat that sits between the skin and connective tissue of the body. This placement allows for maximum insulation and winter preparation. Putting on blubber is crucial for survival of these species. Due to climate change and overfishing, many marine animals are finding it harder and harder to eat enough food to build sufficient layers of blubber for winter. A single adult humpback whale can eat up to 3,000 pounds of food or more per day in preparation for winter. Adult polar bears must eat a seal every few days just to maintain their body weight. And even more food is required to build enough fat to last the whole winter. These polar bears were lucky enough to find the whale of a meal. You can help marine species and others by eating sustainably caught and locally sourced fish. You can also help by conserving your natural resources. Hey, wasn't that a Edu-Katie episode that one time? Winter preparation for many animals ends with a form of dormancy, usually referred to as hibernation, although not all animals hibernate. For the ones that do, the type of dormancy they enter varies among species. True hibernators, like woodchucks, ground squirrels, and bats, enter a state of deep dormancy and are extremely hard to wake. True hibernators experience an extremely slow heart and breath rate, with a body temperature that is about 41 degrees Fahrenheit. True hibernators are in the state of dormancy for several days, weeks, and even months. Reptiles like turtles, lizards, and snakes enter a state of dormancy known as brumation, usually triggered by cooler temperatures or lack of resources. Brumation can last several hours or days, and depending on the climate, might occur several times a season. Some animals like raccoons, black bears, opossums, and even Edu-Kates will enter a state of dormancy known as torpor. During torpor, the animal's body enters a reduced metabolic rate for several hours or days. The animal can be easily roused, some more easily than others. Edu-Katie, wake up. You need to build your den first. No matter the type of hibernation, every animal entering a state of dormancy needs a safe place to rest, Edu-Katie included. Unlike the animals in the wild with natural instincts, to guide their den construction, Edu-Katie must follow complicated instructions to ensure her den's sturdiness. Once her den is finally constructed, Edu-Katie can rest easy, which isn't always the case for animals in the wild. As the climate changes, so too are the hibernation cycles, causing animals to wake too early. When woken ahead of schedule, animals burn through their fat reserves too quickly and end up starving before the onset of spring. Well, night-night, Edu-Katie. Sweet dreams. Well, it looks like Edu-Katie is finally sleeping. She'll be back next year for more adventures with Edu-Katie. We hope you'll be back in 2022, too.